Stop. Stop it right now. Stop explaining yourself. Stop explaining yourself in moments where you were probably the one in the wrong, or it's a situation where they're trying to become right or wrong. Stop arguing with people. Stop going back and forth. Stop having to sit there and explain yourself. When it comes to explaining yourself, you will probably be in a situation where it's not even in a situation. Somebody's asking you a question like, how do you get directions to there? How do you do this? How do you do that? But when you're in a situation and you're in some type of argument and somebody asks you a question, or you did something wrong at school and they're trying to ask you what the fuck you did, don't sit there and explain yourself. It's so much more respect you gain from evil people. No, not respect, fear. Because the truth is that there's only two things people can do. They can only hate you and they can only fear you. So you have to make niggas afraid of you. Unfortunately, there's just too much evil on the planet. So when it comes down to these things, people will just look at you as a bitch. And it's crazy because explaining yourself and apologizing is the correct thing to do. But sometimes the right thing to do is not the correct thing to do. It's not. It's actually wrong. And sometimes the wrong thing to do was the correct thing to do. The wrong thing. Yes. Sitting there, not explaining yourself, not apologizing, not saying nothing, or just sitting there, you know what I'm saying, giving out a pretty vague explanation was right. They'll view you as superior because you're basically saying what you're saying to these evil people who don't have good judgment of reality, who can't sense reality, who can't even interpret reality at all, who are fucking retarded, and that's most fucking people on this planet. You're basically telling them, oh yeah, nigga, I'm powerful than you. I'm more powerful than you. It's the nonverbal side of life. It's the part of life that we interpret all the time, but we can never explain. Those are the parts of life you need to be able to control. Those are the parts of life that people hide. So get to it. Stop sitting there and explaining yourself over these weak ass things. I was just watching a Young Don video. I was just watching it and it was like how the Kai hate with the Jinxie situation. And it's like Young Don was just like, why the fuck are you explaining yourself? That's the way to carry yourself as a man is you stop explaining yourself. Stop sitting there, I should do this. Oh, no. Oh, I was doing this, bro. Oh, in the video game, like, you know, I had a nigga asking me, bro, hey, what did you do? How'd you fuck up? How'd you die, bro? Like, this, that, what's wrong with your mic? Like, nigga, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. How about that? It will bring power to the situation. It will bring so much more power when you just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're trying to get a question out of you. If a nigga's asking you a stupid question, don't say shit, bro. Just look at that nigga crazy. Like, what are you talking about? Because at that point, they're not going to sit there and they're not going to disrespect you no more. They're like, oh, this nigga, oh, okay, never mind. He's standing on business. He's not going to answer that dumbass question. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that, bro. Unfortunately, life is this way. And this is why I love anime so much. Because somebody like Goku, right? He is able to work through the most evil parts of life. The most evil people. He is able to work around them, work through them, and defeat them. Those are the skills you need. Instead of wishing for friends, wish that you can always work around fucked up people. Instead of wishing for people to like you, wish that you can always work with niggas that hate you. Wish that you can live in a world and be completely happy without nobody. In a world where everybody hates you. How about that? That's much better. I would take that any day. I would rather be in a world where everybody hates me and I'm moving happy as fuck than to be in a world where I got friends and I'm a bitch. Like that. Because you don't even know that side of life. And you got lucky to have friends that are going to vouch for your mistakes. And that's a good thing, honestly, to have friends. It's a good thing to settle down and have a wife and have kids. But it's not good to not be able to defeat the villains of this planet. Because there's always going to be evil. And you're a hero in this world. And how is a hero going to be weak as fuck, not able to see the situation? How the fuck are you going to defeat these niggas? You're not. You're going to sit there, you're going to be a bitch. They're going to look at you, oh, this nigga is a bitch. And you got to especially do this with your parents. Your parents is the main niggas you got to stop explaining yourself to. Stop explaining yourself, especially to your parents. Your parents are the main niggas. I'm sorry, if you're a nigga who grew up like me, bro, 9 times out of 10, your parents are probably retarded as fuck. And I don't mean that, I don't mean that to disrespect, but I just mean that in the most genuine and most like serious way I possibly can make it. Because your parents, they see that sitting there trying to explain yourself shit as a nigga lying. They see that, oh, this nigga's just lying. How about you? I noticed that when I stopped explaining myself in situations where like, nigga, I'd be the nigga in trouble or whatever, not even in trouble, or just like, and I stopped explaining myself, I noticed that I gained so much power over that nigga. Especially your fucking parents. You gotta understand the nigga aspect of your parents, right? You gotta understand your parents were once kids. Your parents have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way years old. They didn't die and then come back to life. They've been these ages before. So you got to understand most of their interpretation, their knowledge is from these ages that you are right now. I'm 19. Most, like my parents, their interpretation is from the time they were 19. 19. That's young. You got to understand, like, what were they doing at this age? They were probably bullying niggas. They were probably doing this. They were probably doing that. You feel me? You got to understand that. You got to know that shit, bro. You got to know how this life shit works. Because your parents, they're just going to look at you and they're going to be like, man, this nigga is explaining himself to me. And he's a bitch, man. I should just smack this nigga. Why is he explaining himself? Same thing also, people will call this controversial, but it ain't. The same thing with women. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with anybody who was just naturally like on the evil side of life and they're just striving for the evil side of life. Anybody who's just on that side of life. Anyone. All right? They can't see, their brains cannot see an apology as a solution. They only see power, dominance as a solution. They only see evil, torment, torture as a solution to a problem. They don't know how to salute problems. I'm sorry, people don't know how to salute problems. That's why this world, people can only do 2 things: hate and fear. And it disgusts my soul. It disgusts me. It's fucking disgusting. And you gotta understand that your parents grew up on that shit too. But when does the cycle break? It breaks now, nigga. We got the internet. Most niggas are now starting to get more conscientious. They're starting to get better. They're starting to get stronger. I like that. And like now we got groups on the internet where we could actually just speak to each other now. And I like that. I think that that's amazing for the internet. And slowly but surely the world can start becoming a better place. And first things first, before you save the world, before you go around looking for friends, you have to know how to deal with the niggas in front of you. God put you there for a reason. God gave you all the problems so you can solve all of them. That's a fact. So understand that in your brain. And man, like this video that I watched, it just inspired me. I'm like, dang, bro, stop explaining yourself. I remember I literally just had a situation where a nigga was trying to know, hey, bro, how I died in the game. I just didn't say shit. And I just gained so much more power in that situation. I remember times when I would explain myself in a mistake in basketball, and the nigga would just have so much more power over me because all they think about is power. But at the same time, I'm not lost in the sauce thinking about power. I'm thinking about how I can also save this person too. They got to understand that they need to stop their madness. And that is where true power lies. Hopefully this world can be saved, man. Stop explaining yourself and only explain yourself in situations when no one is trying to gain power or exploit over you, even though they try to do it like damn near all the time. I probably might still retouch this topic because I don't know the ins and out of it. And I'm definitely going to find a solution to all of this shit. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Brrr!